many truckers, the job of truck driver involves a thing called tramping, which is basically staying out in the truck for your daily rest, and sometimes even living in the truck for many weeks on end. With having this channel, I will often get out of the truck and get around to see what I can find. And on this particular occasion, I had landed in Gloucester. And in Gloucester there are plenty of things to see and do. But being parked on an industrial estate, your options for getting around are usually limited to being on foot. But Gloucester, like a lot of places, does give you another option. So let's discuss it. Wonder Trucker's Eye.
Y'all ready for this? The Trucker's Eye! The Trucker's Eye! The Trucker's Eye! The Trucker's Eye!
With the distinct lack of truck parking in the UK and Europe, often truckers will find themselves parked on industrial estates, and ideally, near to a supermarket. Parking on motorway services can leave drivers with facilities like showers and toilets, but usually with only an option of which fast food joint you're going to eat at. But also you'll be stuck in the confines of that service area. Parking on an industrial estate will at least give you the option of getting out and about, which is exactly what I do every so often. Now in the morning I'll be delivering to an ice cream factory here in Gloucester, but more on that a bit later in the video. But with around 16 hours to kill, I decided to head into the city centre to take a look at a couple of things. For that, I'm going to need a way of getting there. Now I could walk or get a taxi, but sometimes there is a far better and more mobile way of doing it. For a relatively small fee you can find yourself one of these council-run scooters. And with them, you'll have all the freedom to go anywhere within the local boundaries that you wish. Using the app of which particular company operates the scooters in that area, it's easy to locate your nearest one. Then it's just a case of unlocking the scooter, and off you go. The first place of note that we pass is the Walls Ice Cream Factory, which is actually the second biggest ice cream factory in the whole of Europe. We'll tell you a bit more about this place when we're back here later on. But for now we crack on towards the town centre, and whilst our scooter is no Ferrari, we're flying along, and soon we'll be at our first destination. Ow, 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 ow. Once we arrive, it's basically a case of parking the scooter sensibly and closing off the session. And with that done, we switch to foot and go for a walk. And this was probably the most eerie walk of my life. This is the location where the house belonging to serial killers Fred and Rose West once stood. I won't dwell on their absolutely heinous crimes in this video, but following the demolition of the house that stood here back in 1996, this passageway is now what stands here. To say it was a very eerie and quite disturbing experience just to walk through here is probably not saying enough. People of Gloucester probably just want this place never ever mentioned again, and quite rightly and understandably so. But having never visited this locality before, I found that even the area around the infamous Cromwell Street seemed to be a very rough yard. And that's coming from someone who originally grew up in Liverpool, with the many dark suburbs it has too. I have often wondered why the City Council of Gloucester never decided to completely erase the name Cromwell Street, but it appears that they decided that the house was the problem and not the street, and that changing the name of the street might actually make it worse in the long run. After all, Cromwell Street long predated the two abhorrent individuals that we won't mention anymore in this video. And the street was obviously named after Oliver Cromwell, whose links to Gloucester run deep and are historically very important. Being historically important in Gloucester itself go hand in hand too, and leaving Cromwell Street behind, we can see the magnificent cathedral not too far away in the distance. And that is our next port of call. scooter I had left earlier was still in the same place, which wouldn't really matter anyway if it wasn't, as you can just easily pick another one up nearby, and away you go. Arriving at the cathedral, I received a phone call. It was from a friend who I had spoken to earlier in the day, who knew I was going to be parking up near to Gloucester, and he decided to park his truck up in the same place, and we would meet up to get a bite to eat in the city centre, which until he arrived gave me time to look around the cathedral. Today's cathedral was built in sections between 1089 and 1482, and it became a cathedral in 1541 when Henry VIII closed all the monasteries. Don't do the song.
I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VIII, I am.
Ah well, but its earliest foundations date back to an abbey as far as 679 AD. The former King of England, Edward II, is buried here. My friend has now arrived in style too, on a scooter, and he agreed to be in this video on two stipulations. One, that I didn't show his face, and trust me, that will really help with the aesthetics of this video, but the second stipulation showing the wheelie that he did. Not that he was expecting to do it, and I think even he was surprised that he managed to stay upright. So we'll pick this video up on our way to Wetherspoons, where we'll get something to eat. Why Wetherspoons? Well, we're both truckers. We're not made of money, you know. A pint, a glass of coke and some tea, and then we headed off back to the trucks. And one good thing all truck drivers know is that when you are being overtaken, it's nice to be courteous. I'll flash him in and let the other trucker know when it's okay to come back in. The other trucker will usually give you an appreciation with a left, right, left flash of the indicators, just to say thanks. Once they are safely parked up, it's the end of our day and time for bed. I head off to the ice cream factory for the 7 o'clock booking, and to get in the factory, you'll have to double back at this roundabout. I'll be talking about this roundabout in a future video about Gloucester's roads, so make sure you subscribe to that one, as it will be an interesting one. This roundabout is called Walls Roundabout after the nearby factory was built in 1959. What I do find strange though is that the Barnwood roundabout is nearer to the factory. So why didn't they call the Barnwood roundabout the Walls Roundabout? Surely someone knows why. Put it down in the comments section. I'd love to know. We pull up at the factory's gatehouse, and you'll be able to see just one of the many ice cream products manufactured here. Magnum. The Unilever factory produces some 600 million ice cream units every single year, and that includes 1 million Ben & Jerry tubs, 2 million Viennettas, and 3 million Calipos every single week. The warehousing is operated by Lineage, and the transport is largely operated by Reed Bordle. I guess everybody loves ice cream then.
Ice cream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream.
It's very kind of you.
How's that feel? Good?
Well, it probably doesn't feel that great, but on this industrial estate, I tell you what would be great, and even better than riding a scooter. And that's riding one of the bad boys that this lovely looking fleet of trucks might deliver from their secure site here. And you can see just what that is in their display window. Harley-Davidson motorbikes. Just before we finish up, there's also one building on this estate that doesn't even have a name, but it has more security cameras than most industrial buildings, and that's because this is part of GCHQ, a government data centre. It's time for us to get back on the road and off to another destination for another video somewhere else, although we will be back in Gloucester soon enough. If you've enjoyed this video, then please give it a like, and please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. I'll see you all next time. One truck die.